JP, you can win in this league with balanced offense. You cannot win consistently in this league with an inept passing attack like the Bears have right now. I mean, it is absolutely broken in the passing game. I tweeted out this stat earlier in the week that the Bears, with John Fox in his final season as coach and Mitch Trubisky as his rookie quarterback, averaged 175.7 passing yards per game, which was dead last in the NFL. The current average for the 2021 Bears is 124.4 passing yards per game. That is miles behind a dead last offense that the Bears had in passing 4 years ago. You cannot win any football games playing that level of offense in 2021. And so they've got to find answers. I don't know where they're going to find them, though. And that's the next challenge here as they play the 49ers on Sunday.
Well, we've seen since Justin Fields has taken over as QB1, he's been able to take care of the football against Tampa Bay. That wasn't the case. When you look at the film like I have, he's not to blame for all of those turnovers, is he?
Group effort, right, JP? You watched it. There were problems winning one-on-one battles on the edge and letting elite pass rushers around you as an offensive tackle. There were problems picking up blitzes. There were problems in Fields' case with a bad throw or a bad decision on 2 of his 3 interceptions. There's another interception that hits Darnell Mooney in the hand. So it was a group effort Sunday in Tampa. And if you turn over the ball 5 times in a game and you give the greatest quarterback of all time short fields over and over and again, you wind up in one of those chase games that we predicted going into this game last week. And once you get into a chase game with a passing offense that we've already mentioned is very, very inconsistent and inept, it's a recipe for disaster. It was a disaster Sunday in Tampa. It's a 35-point loss, and they've got to make sure they take care of the football better going forward.
Dan, what's the state of the Bears defense that could be without Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack this weekend?
Yeah, certainly it's a concern for your pass rush if your top 2 pass rushers are questionable or unable to play. The Bears are hopeful to get Akeem Hicks back on the field Sunday. That would be a big boost for them if he's able to play against the 49ers. We still have to keep an eye on Robert Quinn's status as he tries to come back off the reserve COVID-19 list. If you get those 2 guys back, you can steady yourselves a little bit. I think if you're Sean Desai and the rest of that defense, you say, listen, guys, we don't have to play Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady every week. We're through that part of our schedule, and now we get to play a 49ers offense that's struggling a little bit. It's got its own quarterback issues, struggling to score, and so maybe you get a little bit of a bounce back from just a drop down in class here against the 49ers. And so you expect if any part of this team is going to steady itself, it's going to be the defense. This is the week to do it. And even with Khalil hurting and potentially out for up to a month or longer, they still should be able to get themselves back on steady footing this weekend.
I ask you this every single week, and I'm going to ask you again. What's the outcome for the Bears this Sunday?
Yeah, I joked off the air that this is the desperation bowl, right? Whichever team loses this game goes into full crisis mode. It is going to be a disaster for the losers this game on Sunday evening. And so you have to figure out which team is going to be able to swing a game in their favor just based on urgency. You look at the metrics and you say, well, the 49ers still have a very strong pass defense, and Nick Bosa can get after the quarterback, and you're going to have to try to put up some yards on them. And the Bears haven't shown that they're capable ever of getting to 24 points. They're not going to have to get much beyond that to win a game this weekend, Sunday, but they're still going to have to score at some point this season to win consistently. It gives me pause here. This is obviously a chance that gives them an opening more so than they had the last 2 weeks against the Packers and the Buccaneers to get themselves steadied and creating some momentum going forward. But I just don't know that they're in a state right now to create that momentum. They just seem like they're searching for too many answers in too many places. And so I'm going to pick the 49ers to come in here and win this game at Soldier Field. And that puts the Bears, as we just mentioned, in crisis mode on Sunday night.